Hello, my name's Katie Rushworth and today I'm going to show you how to divide perennials. Now most gardens are full of perennials, and by perennial I mean something that comes back every year. So all its growth happens in springtime and then it flowers over the summer months to become dormant in winter, and that's exactly what this is. Japanese anemone, and it's a beautiful plant. This one has a white flower, you can just see the last of them over there, and it's really good. It tolerates shade, it gets nice and big, and it flowers late in the year, so it's lovely for late interest. It can, however, be a little bit of a thug, so it needs to be kept in check. So I'm going to cut this back and divide it, show you how to divide it, and then we can use it elsewhere in the garden, and it will also make this clump a lot tidier. The one good thing about cutting back at this time of year is it also gives you that last real opportunity to weed, because grass like this will kind of thread its way in and amongst all the base of your perennials, so it's a really good time to kind of get to the bottom of things and have a good tidy up. Herbaceous perennials really like a little bit of tough love, so you can be really quite harsh when cutting them back. They just need to be about an inch from the ground, and every year they will put on this much growth. This is a particularly woody looking clump, so this is going to be the first to come out. Now it's actually broken up relatively easily into 3 nice pieces. Three there. So the surrounding smaller plants I'm going to get rid of where it's sent off tiny shoots that are kind of spreading and going places I don't want them. Sections like this can come out, and I'll clear the ground there, making space for something else. There's another big clump here. Okay. Now this is a much more established section, and the trick is, don't be frightened of it. You just want to put your fork in the middle of the plant and pull it apart. And divide that into 2 smaller clumps, which means I have another 2 plants that can go elsewhere in the garden. Now, it may seem really brutal to treat a plant like this, but essentially what it does is kickstart it into new growth. The plant ultimately wants to survive, so it will do everything it can to make sure that happens. So it will immediately start sending out new roots in order to get a new root system and to flower again the following year. So don't be afraid, have a go. They really do come round very quickly from such treatment. Just giving them a really good drink once they've been replanted where you want them, and a nice mulch around them to kind of give them that extra bit of TLC and a good feed at the roots. And this time next year you will never know that this plant got made 10 times smaller than it was originally. So I've reduced that initial clump, which was 5 times as big, to a much smaller section, and the bits that I've dug up I'm going to use in another border. This is my beautiful leaf mould that I've made, and I'm going to spread it thickly, a couple of inches deep, all over the border. You can get really close up to the perennials, all around the stems of them, and this will do several things. It will lock in moisture in the soil, it will suppress weeds in the springtime, and the worms will come up to the surface and drag this nutrient enricher down to the roots where the plants need it most, so they will get a real boost from it in the springtime as well. And it's really easy, it's just a matter of spreading it on everywhere. Leaf mould is also brilliant to use if you're planting up any containers for the winter time or spring. It's a great feed for things, and it also retains moisture in the container, so you can mix it with multi-purpose and it will do a good job at that too. Now that's generally looking pretty fabulous and much tidier. I think another barrow full and I'll be almost there. For more how-to videos, visit silverlinetools.com.